Okay, so now the question was, let me just write it down. 2x cubed minus 3x squared minus 17x plus 30. Okay, so what did you, what answer did you find, Mridula? How did you factorize it?
Ma'am, x plus 3 multiplied by 2x minus 5 multiplied by x minus 2.
Okay, and Hamna, what about you?
Ma'am,
Hamna,
2x minus 5 into x plus 3.
okay. Your voice was a little unclear in between. Could you repeat? Okay, so
Ma'am,
Hamna, did you
2x.
get the same thing?
No, ma'am.
Okay, what did you get?
Ma'am, my answer is 2x minus 5 into x plus 3.
Okay, you got only 2x minus 5 into x plus 3. You didn't get this part.
Yes, ma'am. I didn't get that.
Okay, okay. So Hamna, do you remember we talked about that? See, if I have, okay, look at the first, like the first polynomial. Okay, our polynomial is what degree polynomial? What is the degree of our polynomial? Hamna, I'm asking you. Hamna, what is the degree of our polynomial?
3, ma'am.
Yes, 3. So why is it 3? Because here we have x cubed. Okay, we have x cubed. Now, if I only have this and this, and I don't have this, okay, if I only have these two, and if I multiply this, like, you know, if I open the brackets, and I'm gonna have a term which is 2x square, right? You multiply this and you multiply this, but you're not gonna get any x cube term over here. Why? Because you're not multiplying x with itself thrice, you're multiplying it only twice. So that's the problem over here, that we're gonna have to you know, have at least one more bracket. Not at least, we're gonna have to have exactly one more bracket. So that's why here we have x minus 2. And Hamna, can you just tell me what method you followed so that we can discuss where exactly you there was a mistake? Yeah, Hamna, just tell me what you did. So we started with this. Yes, Hamna, are you there? Oh wait, I think my video isn't on. Just a minute. Okay, yeah.
Ma'am, first I took the factors of 30.
Yes, okay, just a minute. Yeah, so you took the factors of 30, and what were they? All right, so one more thing that we need to pay attention to over here, which I am not sure if I mentioned it earlier, is that when you're taking the factors, right, don't take all of the factors, just take the prime factors. So you're gonna take plus 1 and minus 1, plus 2 and minus 2, plus 3 and minus 3, plus 5 and minus 5. And see, 6 is also a factor of 30, but we won't take that because it is a prime factor. I'm sorry, because it's not a prime factor, and we want only the prime factors of 30. So we are looking for only the prime factorization. So what did you do next, Hamna? Hamna, am I audible?
Ma'am, I got x minus 2 as a factor of it, of that
Okay, x
polynomial.
minus 2. All right, x minus 2. Just a sec. Let's just try to see if we put 2 in place of x, what we'll get. So we have 2 times 8 minus 3 times 4 minus 34 plus 30. So we have 16 minus 12 minus 34. I'm just gonna say minus 4. Okay. So this is all right. This is 4 minus 4, and that is 0. Okay, cool. So as you said, x minus 2 is a factor. Then what did you do after that?
Ma'am, I divided it in the long division method.
Yeah.
And
So,
then,
Hamna, yeah, I got what you did. See, Hamna, so what you're trying to say is you did this. You said 2x cube minus 3x square, yada, yada, yada. And over here, you put x minus 2. And over here, in the quotient, you got something, okay? And that something was a 2-degree polynomial. It was a quadratic polynomial. And that polynomial, when you factorized that polynomial, you got x plus 3 multiplied by 2x minus 5. Is that right, Hamna?
yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So can you tell me, Hamna, when you factorized this quotient that you had over here, when you factorized that quotient, then you got 2x minus 5 multiplied by x plus 3. So 2x minus 5 multiplied by x minus x plus 3, this is the factorization of what you got over here in the quotient. But the question is asking you for the factorization of this whole thing. So do you remember how we discussed it in the previous lesson? We said 2x cubed minus 3x squared minus 17x plus 30. This is going to have three factors. And what is one of the factors? Hamna, you yourself just said it a while ago.
Ma'am, x minus 2.
Yes. So x minus 2, you said that you didn't get x minus 2, but it's not correct. You did get x minus 2, but you probably skipped it, right? So here is our missing x minus 2, and the rest of it you found it in the quotient. So is that clear? So you have three brackets. One is from here, and the rest two will come from your quotient. Is that clear, Hamna?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now let's quickly move on to the next question. Yeah, Mridula, can you dictate the next question as well?
X cube
Are you there?
minus 6. Ma'am, x cube minus 6x square plus 11x minus 6.
Okay, and Mridula, what was your answer?
X minus 3 multiplied by x minus 2 multiplied by x minus 1.
Okay, and Hamna, what was your answer?
Ma'am, I got the same answer.
The same one?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So I'm guessing you did a silly mistake in the previous question, right? You kind of missed out on the first bracket. Okay. So it means that
Yes,
you
ma'am.
guys know. Yeah, you just had a silly mistake. No problem. Okay, next question.
X cube plus x square minus 4x minus 4.
Okay. Um, and Hamna, what was your answer?
Ma'am, x minus 2 into x plus 1 into x plus 2.
X minus 2 into x plus 1 into x plus 2. And Mridula?
Ma'am, x minus 2 multiplied by x minus 2 multiplied by x minus 1.
Okay. So Mridula, there you have to recheck your answer, okay? The answer is going to be this.
Ma'am, there's a mistake.
Did you find your mistake?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's excellent. All right. So, okay. Hamna, would you like to dictate the next question, please? I think, if I'm not wrong, the next question is 3x cube minus x square minus 3x plus 1. Is that it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, yes. Mridula, what was your answer?
X minus 1 multiplied by 3x minus 1 multiplied by x plus 1.
Okay. And Hamna?
Ma'am, 3x minus 1 into x plus 1 into x minus 1.
Okay, so it's the same thing, right? Okay. Next, what was the next question? What was the next question, guys?
Ma'am,
Hmm.
ma'am, we have to expand. Ma'am, we have to. Ma'am, I deleted my worksheet and I have not written the question, but I have written the options that you have given. Ma'am, first option is.
Okay.
Ma'am, first, ma'am, and second question, the first option is 103 cube.
Cube. Okay. So I'm guessing you have to expand this, right? I'm sorry, you're supposed to, I think, yeah, expand it and find it out, calculate it, but don't actually solve it, right? So what did you use in this?
Ma'am, 100 plus 3 whole cube.
Okay, 100 plus 3 whole cube. And Hamna, can you tell me what this will be equal to?
Ma'am, 100 cube
Hmm.
plus 3 cube plus 3 into 100
Yes.
into 3 into 100 into 3 into 100 plus 3.
Hmm. Okay, x cube plus y cube plus 3ab 3x into x plus 5. All right. So you have to just solve this and um, okay. Next, yeah. What was the next question?
Ma'am, 101 multiplied by 102.
Okay. So what is the answer? What identity did you apply over here?
Ma'am, 101 multiplied by 102. Ma'am,
Hmm. How can
ma'am,
you do this?
101 plus 1. Ma'am, 100 plus 1 multiplied by
Yes.
100 plus 2.
Yes. So, Hamna, what do you think we can apply here? What will this be equal to?
Ma'am, 100 squared plus 1 plus 2 into
Yes.
100 plus
Yes.
1 into 2.
Plus 1 into 2. Very good. Okay. All right. Now the third one. What's the third one?
Ma'am, 999 whole. Ma'am, 999 square.
Okay, 999 squared. And how did we do this?
Ma'am, 1000 minus 1 whole square.
Okay, minus 1 whole square. And I'm guessing you guys already know, a minus b whole square, so we won't go into that. Next, do we have another question after this?
Ma'am, factorization.
Okay, factorization. Okay, I think I have the questions. Let me just write it down and just point it out if I'm not right. Okay, so it's 4x square plus 20x plus 25. Okay, so over here, instead of splitting the middle term, can you identify that is there an identity that is being formed over here? Can you apply an identity over here? Yeah.
Ma'am, uh, ma'am, a plus b whole square.
Yeah. And how did we figure out that it is a plus b whole square?
Ma'am, because 4x square, ma'am, 2x is a, ma'am, 4x square
Hmm.
is a square of 2x and
Very good.
25 is a square of 5. And when,
Yes.
ma'am, when we multiply both with 2, ma'am, we get
Hmm.
20x.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. 2x 5. Okay. Oops. Okay. So we're gonna have 2x plus 5 whole square, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now I think the next question was, let me just, a 9y squared minus 66yz plus 121z squared. So, Hamna, how did we solve this?
Ma'am, answer was 3y minus 11z whole square.
Okay, 3y minus 11z whole squared. Okay, that is what Hamna is saying. What about you, Amrudula?
Ma'am, minus 3y plus 11z whole square.
Okay, I'm sorry. Minus 3y plus 11z whole square. Now, who is right and who is wrong? Let's have like a debate. Come on. What do you guys think? Okay, Hamna, do you have any any explanation for the answer in your favor?
Ma'am, 9 into 121 is 1889. So I just
Okay.
took it like minus 33 and minus 33. And then,
Just a minute, just a minute. Okay. Hamna, could you repeat what you just said? 9 into 121. So you multiplied 9 with 121.
yes, ma'am.
Why did you do that? Why did you do that? Okay. Okay. First of all, my question is, are both of these answers correct, or is only one of these answers correct? And if only one is correct, then which is it? Yes, Mridula, you'd like to say something.
Ma'am, both are correct. Ma'am, I solved them and they both are correct.
Yeah. So then why are we getting two different things? Because see, if I say, let's say 5 minus 2, what is 5 minus 2? It is 3. But if I say minus 5 plus 2, like if I change both of their signs, then this becomes minus 3 and they're not the same thing. So how is it that this can be factorized into two different forms and they are both same? They are both equal. How can it be? Detective skills now. You guys need detective skills. I'm just kidding. It's math skills. Hmm. Any ideas? Okay. So I guess my purpose was to a little bit, put you guys off the track by confusing you by giving this example. Okay. First of all, do you guys agree that 5 minus 2 and minus 5 plus 2 are both different? Yes or no? It's okay even if you're not sure. Just say something. Yeah, give a
Yes,
response.
ma'am.
Yeah, so you agree that they are not the same because very clearly we can say one is 3 and the other is minus 3. They are on opposite ends of the number line, right? Uh, but over here, if you notice carefully, we are not talking about just 3y minus 11z or minus 3y plus 11z. There's a very important detail hidden over here, and that is our square. It makes all the difference. Our square is making all the difference. You know why? because if you do 3 square, that is also 9. And if you do minus 3 square, that is also 9. So two numbers, two numbers which are um, the additive inverses of each other, like a and minus a, they're definitely not the same. They're very different from each other. But their squares will be equal. A square will be equal to minus a squared. Agreed?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So that is why both of these answers are correct. If I say, now listen carefully once again, if I say x minus y whole squared, I can also write this as y minus x whole squared. Okay, and why is that possible? You can see this is one example, but just to prove it a little bit to you guys, how is this possible? Well, you can say x minus y. Okay, from here, this is x minus y whole squared. Okay, now what I'm doing is I can take negative common from both x and y. So I can take negative common. I have minus x, and maybe I can make it like this. I can make it minus of, just a sec. If I take negative common, so this is minus of minus x plus y, and this whole thing squared. Can I write, or let me just, yeah. Can I write this part like this? Yes or no? Do you understand how I've written it like that?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So because if you open this bracket, you can see it is minus minus becomes plus, and this minus into plus becomes negative. So this can be written like this. And you know what happens now? You take this square and you expand, like you open up the bracket. So this becomes minus 1 whole squared, because this is a small 1 hidden over here, right? Invisible 1, minus x plus y. And so this is minus 1 whole squared and minus x plus 1 whole squared. So this thing, minus 1 whole squared, this is nothing but 1, right? Minus 1 whole squared is 1. So in the end, we are left with minus x plus y whole squared. So you can see how this is equal to this. Okay. Anyway, so that was enough detail. Are there any doubts in this particular concept?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Now let's move forward. The next question, I presume, was 2x plus 1 by 3 whole squared minus x minus 1 by 2 whole squared. So yeah, what was your answer, Hamna?
Ma'am, 112x square plus 84x minus 5 by 36.
This thing, minus 5 by 36, or the whole thing divided by
No, ma'am, the
36?
whole thing divided by 36.
Okay. Okay. Just a minute. Okay. So, but weren't you supposed to factorize it? Okay, so we'll see how to do that. And Mridula, what was your answer?
Ma'am, 3x square minus 5 by 36.
3x square minus 5, the whole thing by 36?
Ma'am, no, ma'am, only 5 by 36.
Okay, so these are they look very different. So let's see how we can go about. So what is the first step that you have done here, Hamna? Hamna, are you there?
Ma'am, 2x square plus 1 by 3 whole square plus 2 into 2x into 1 by
Okay,
3.
just a sec. Yeah. Um, yeah, you can continue. Okay. Uh, is this right? Is this right, Hamna? What I'm writing? Hamna?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Now I'm gonna put a negative sign over here because of this. And Mridula, can you tell me what I need to write now? Yeah, Mridula?
Ma'am, 4x squared plus 1 by 9 plus 4x by 3.
Okay. So that is gonna be 4x square plus 1 by 9 plus, I'm just gonna erase this and write 4x instead. Okay. And so this was our first bracket, right? This was our first bracket. Yes, Mridula? You'd like to say something?
I wanted to change my answer a little bit because there's a sign confusion here.
Okay.
Ma'am,
Hmm.
ma'am, plus 13 by 36.
Over here also. Okay. So should I delete the
Ma'am,
5?
ma'am, in the place of 5, ma'am, plus
Okay.
third, ma'am, in the place of 5 by 36, ma'am, it will be 13 by 36.
Negative or positive?
Ma'am, positive.
Okay. Okay. So all right. So this was the first bracket, and now let's take a look at the second bracket. Okay. Mridula, quickly, what is the second bracket going to be?
Ma'am, x square,
Hmm.
ma'am, x square
Hmm.
minus 2 multiplied.
Okay, one sec. First, tell me this. Mridula, did you use this identity? Like, did you use this method that we started with? Like we said, well, we have two brackets over here, bracket 1 and bracket 2, and we're going to open each of these brackets, and then we're going to, subtract them and then factorize them. Did you do this method or did you follow another method?
Ma'am, I did the same method, but I didn't use the a plus b whole square.
Okay. Okay. So the thing is, what you're saying right now, we can just continue doing this, but we can also do a quicker way, okay, an easier way. And what is that? You can see that there are two brackets we have over here, bracket 1 and bracket 2. So bracket 1 whole squared minus bracket 2 whole squared. So this is somewhat equivalent to saying a squared minus b squared, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So when it's a squared minus b squared, what do we do?
Ma'am, a minus b and a plus b.
Yes, a minus b multiplied by a plus b. So, if we start our question with this identity instead of expanding the two brackets, then it could be easier for us. Okay. So let's first try to do a minus b, a plus b. And what is our a? A is this bracket.
Ma'am, 2x plus 1 by
Yeah,
3.
right. 2x plus 1 by 3 minus, and what is our b?
Minus x by 1 by 2.
Yes. So b is x minus 1 by 2. This is my b and this is my a. Okay. And this is my first thing, a minus b. Now I need a plus b. Hamna, are you getting this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So a again, it is 2x plus 1 by 3 a, and plus b. So my plus b is plus x minus 1 by 2. So, when you're solving this kind of a question, the first thing that you need to do, let me just clear some space over here. So the first thing that you need to do in such a question is you need to clearly mention what is my A, what is my B. Okay. So just a sec. So over here we need to mention, well, 2x plus 1 by 3. This is my question. Whole squared minus x minus 1 by 2 whole squared. So what I like to do is I'll say this is my A and this is my B, and then I will write this thing down. Okay. All right. Now it's going to be pretty straightforward from here onwards. So we have Hamna, can you tell us what to do next from this step? Is it clearly visible? Hamna, are you there? Mridula, would you like to try?
Ma'am, 2x plus 1 by 3.
Hmm. Yes.
Ma'am, minus x plus 1 by 2.
Okay. So as you're saying, Mridula, can I, after expanding the brackets, after opening the brackets, can I write the x terms next to each other and the constant terms next to each other so that my work gets simplified? Can I write it as 2x minus x plus 1 by 3 plus 1 by 2? Can I write it like this? Any confusions? If yes, please ask. If no, then please make it clear that there are no confusions. Am I audible? Hello, Hamna, can you hear me? I guess I'll have to type it in the chat box. Oh, we have a message here. Oh, that's fine. Okay, Hamna, can you please unmute yourself? Is it possible for you? Okay, let's wait for Mridula to rejoin then. Hamna, can you please tell me what to do after this? So basically, here I have just expanded this bracket. Now I have to expand, or yeah, expand the second bracket. So can you tell me what I should write over here? Okay, let's wait for Mridula to rejoin. Let me just see what the problem is. Mridula. Yes, Hamna. Hamna, if you're able to hear me, can you please explain how we can further expand this, simplify this part? We have already done the first part, right? Now we have to do this part.
Ma'am, 2x plus x
Yes,
plus 1 by 3 minus 1 by 2.
yes. Thank you, Hamna. Okay. Now, Hamna, can you tell me how to simplify the first bracket? Yeah. What is this part? Hamna, if you can hear me, please cooperate. Hamna, can you hear me? Okay, so I'm just gonna like write this down. So this is gonna be x, okay, and then we're gonna be left with this part, and that is 1 by 3 plus 1 by 2. So that is 5 by 6. Is it 5 by 6? Yeah. Yeah, 5 by 6. Hamna, can you hear me now? Okay, you're still not able to hear me. I hope you're able to see the screen at least. I don't want to continue because I guess both of you aren't able to hear me or see me or see the screen. So it's like not, there's no point in continuing. Just let me know if I'm audible to you, Hamna. Okay, then Hamna, please, um, like when I'm asking you guys to respond, and please do, or if you're not able to, for some reason, if you're not able to unmute yourself, then just let me know in the chat box. Okay, so we'll just move forward. So this is 3x, and 1 by 3 minus 1 by 2 is 2 by 6 minus 3 by 6, right? So that's minus 1 by 6. Okay, so the factorization of this becomes x plus 5 by 6 multiplied by 3x minus 1 by 6. Is this clear, Hamna? Are there any doubts in this? What was the next question? Hamna, what was the next question? Hamna, are you there? Hamna, can you hear me now? Please unmute yourself if you can hear me, because I think there's been some issue. Also, please let me know if this was clear to you. Mm, okay, I'm not getting any response. Okay, Hamna. All right. You can rejoin. Yes, Hamna. Are you able to unmute yourself now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Cool. So, did you understand this one, the previous question? Did you understand how we
Yes,
got?
ma'am.
Okay. Thank you. All right. So, can you just tell me what is the next question, please?
Ma'am, the next question is 4a minus b plus 2c whole square.
Okay. So, did you expand this, and what was the final answer? Yes, Hamna.
Ma'am, my answer was 16a square plus 6 square plus 4c square minus 8ab minus
Hmm.
4bc plus 16ac.
Okay. Hamna, again, I'm gonna ask, what was your second term? What's the second term that you have written? First, you've written 16a square. What is after that?
Ma'am, b square.
Yeah. So just now you said you said 16 square plus 6 square, right? So I think there must have been a mistake over there. All right. Now, what's the second question? So this one is right, what you said. The second one, I think this is pretty easy. So let's move on to the next one, which is factorize. So can you tell me what was the first question, and can you also tell me the answer along with it?
Ma'am, the question was 9x square plus 4y square plus
Hmm.
16z square plus
Okay.
12xy
Hmm.
minus 16yz minus 24xz.
Okay. And how did you factorize this? Yes, Amna?
Ma'am, my answer is 3x plus 2y minus 4z square whole square.
Plus 2y minus 4z whole square. Okay. That's very good. And I hope you did this on your own. You didn't take any help?
No, ma'am, I didn't take help.
Okay. Excellent. All right. So just tell me the answer of the next one.
Ma'am, minus 5x plus 4y plus 2z whole square.
Okay. Very good. Next.
4x minus 2y plus 3z whole square.
Okay. Very good. All right. So we can move on to the next question. Actually, the thing is, I wanted to do this, the next question, and a few more questions after this. I wanted to do it with Ridula, but she isn't here. So in any case, let's do the question. So the question is, I think if I'm right, it is a plus b plus c is given to you to be 9, and you know that the product of each of these multiplied with each other and then added together, ab plus bc plus ca is equal to 26, and you are supposed to find a square plus b square plus c square. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
So how do you do this, and what did a square plus b square plus c square come out to be? Hmm. Yes.
Ma'am, the answer is 29.
Okay, it is 29. But how did you do it? Yes?
Ma'am, I did it like 9 square is equal to a square plus b square plus c square plus 2 into 26.
Very good. Plus 2 into 26. All right, excellent. So that's how we got the value of a square plus b square plus c square. Okay. Um, and then I think question number 31, I'm sorry, the next question, which is 3a 3a minus 2b the whole cube. Is that it?
Yes,
3
ma'am.
minus 2b whole cube. Yeah. So I think that and the three parts of that question, they're pretty simple, right? Any problem in that question?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so we can move on to the next one. Can you tell me what's the next question? Yeah. Yes, Hamna?
Ma'am, that's the last question.
Oh, there are no questions after that? Okay. So we have 10 minutes. So I'm just gonna do one of those questions. Okay. Um, just give me a minute. Also, if there are any questions, if there are any doubts, then feel free to ask. Okay. So so the question is, Hamna, the question is factorize 1 minus 64a cube minus 12a plus 48a square. How can we do this? Do you want to take it for homework or do you want to solve it now? Yes, Hamna? Let me just check where Mridula went. I'll just check in on her once. Yes, Hamna. So do you want to solve it right now or do you want to take it for homework? Did you come up with any method to solve this? Okay. So I guess I'll just give a few questions for homework, you guys. So this is one, right? You have to factorize it. Then we have 8p cube plus 12 by 5p squared plus 6 by 25p plus 1 by 125. Also, Hamna, in the next lesson, in the next class, we'll be starting the next chapter. Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Also, Hamna, can you also tell me whether you have started working on this question? Have you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I hope you're noting this down.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Also, I'm not sure if you guys have this identity. Let me search if you guys have this just a second. I think you should be having it. Okay, well, it's not there. Okay, so well, there's one more identity which is very similar to the previous one, and I'm just going to mention that because it's not really a big deal. So I'll just mention it. And that is x cube plus y cube plus z cube. It's nothing new, it's just very similar to the previous one. This is equal to x plus y plus z multiplied by x squared plus y squared plus z squared minus xy minus yz minus zx. So this is your identity. And let's have a few more questions. Okay, and another question that we have here is, so we have a rectangle. Okay, we have a rectangle, and the area of this rectangle is 4a square plus 4a minus 3. And you have to find out what are the possible um, lengths, what are the possible expressions for the length and breadth. So Hamna, did you understand how we can do this, the rectangle question? Let me repeat the question. So there's a rectangle, and its area can be given by the expression 4a square plus 4a minus 3. My question to you is, what are the possible expressions for the length and breadth? Did you understand the question?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So if I say, like, how can you solve this? What comes to mind? What is going to be your way of doing this? Yeah. What do we have to find? Okay, what do we have to find in this? So Hamna, see, if I have a rectangle, if I tell you that the area of this rectangle is 24, let's say, meter square. Okay, area of this rectangle is 24 meters square. Now I'm asking, okay, what are the possible measurements of the length and breadth of this rectangle? Yes, Hamna? What are the possible measurements for length and breadth of this rectangle if the area is 24? Yes? Any ideas? Can you hear me, Hamna? Hamna, are you there? Can you hear me? Just let me know. Okay. Hamna, are you there? We'll have to end the class anyway. We have to end it very soon. So if you've gotten the hang of this question, if you've gotten all of these questions, if you've understood this question, then we can end the class. So just let me know. Okay, then I guess you're having some internet issues. So we'll meet in the next class and we'll start the next chapter, okay? I think it is coordinate geometry. Okay, bye.